Starts to make some more sense because I do not know any of those people, so setting them as conservative helps make sense of their position. Now, do you mean conservative economically or socially or else or all of the above? These guys are all of the above mostly. Kmele is more just like, this is what he does. He talks about race, but he's not really, I mean, as far as I know, he's not really engaged in doing anything. I did try to have him on the stream, but he never agreed to come on. I tried to have Glenn on the stream as well. I could never get Glenn to come on. So these guys, this is what they do. They talk about race just like me, but whereas like I'm teaching black students all the time and digging into their lives and their experiences and what they're struggling with and helping them overcome those things, they're not doing that kind of work. They're very much removed from the black community aside from their own families. So I'm sure a lot of what they are perceiving of the black community is just from, their own families and their own personal experience, But for me, having just taught in multiple states, black students all over, having met black people from all over the world and talked to them about their experiences and continuing to do that work, and talking to black youth and their experience coming up, I feel like it just gives me a different perspective than them. They're a little too far removed, I feel like. Shelby, Steele, Glenn Loury have made their careers as racially conservative pundits. Exactly, yeah. I mean, Glenn has been doing this for a long time. So has exactly Shelby, Steele. They've written countless articles and books. Glenn is an economist. He's an award-winning economist. That's what his claim to fame is. But like basically for the last almost decade, I would say he's been wholly focused on race, and he's been focused on race even before that as well. So he had kind of these dual pathways. And what's ironic about it is that like all these guys have experienced racism in academia. I'm sure of it. And they talk about it. So it's just very hard for me to understand how they can, make these statements. It's not their hard work that got them over the edge, or maybe they imagine it is, but like, it's because like they're promoted to this level because they're saying the things that the people who are paying them want them to say. If they weren't, then they wouldn't have these opportunities to speak, period. And I would love to challenge them to try to say something to the contrary of that. Anyway, let's continue.